Welcome to another Waterworks product feature video. In this video we're going to run over some of the basic installation procedures commonly used in PVC piping applications. Step 1. Cutting the pipe. PVC pipe can be cut using a ratchet cutter, wheel cutter for plastic pipe, a power saw or other fine tooth saw. It's important that the pipe is cut square to give you the maximum bonding surface area. Step 2 is deburring and beveling the pipe. A slight bevel or chamfer must be placed on the outside edge of the pipe to ease the entry of the pipe into the fitting socket and minimise the chance of cement being wiped off the fitting. A bevel between 10 to 15 degrees is suggested. Step 3. Fitting and joint preparation. Using a clean, dry rag, wipe away any loose dirt, moisture from the fitting sockets and pipe end. Moisture can slow the cure time and excessive moisture can reduce the joint strength. Part 2. Check the dry fit of the pipe and fitting. The pipe should enter the fitting socket easily 1/4 to 3/4 of the way along the socket, or at least have some interference between the pipe and the fitting. Measure the fitting socket depth and place a witness mark on the pipe for reference during the cementing and assembly phase. Especially for large fittings, it is advisable to additionally mark the pipe and the fitting to ensure you get orientation alignment. Step 4 is applying the cement and primer to your join. Firstly, it's important to understand the purpose of primer. Often primer is confused with being a cleaner, whereas cleaner is used when you're welding old or existing pipework. The purpose of primer, however, is to soften the plastic prior to putting the cement on to create a fused join. Softening the join can be achieved using cement only, however the primer helps to speed that process up and helps to penetrate the plastic to create a better and stronger join. Next step is applying the primer. Using an applicator that is at least half the size of the pipe diameter, wipe the primer onto the joining surfaces of the fitting, then the pipe, then the fitting. Work quickly to apply 2 to 3 coats in this manner. Next comes applying the solvent cement. Apply the cement while the primer is still wet, working the cement into the joining surface. Use sufficient cement, but be careful to avoid puddling the cement on the pipe or the fitting, as this can cause excess softening and damage to the PVC material. Here's an example of what can happen when cement puddles in the pipework. It's a good idea to have a rag present to wipe any excess cement. Step 5. Assembling the join. Immediately insert the pipe into the fitting socket, rotating the pipe a 1/4 turn as you insert it. Make sure the pipe bottoms out on the fitting shoulder. Hold the assembly for at least 30 seconds to ensure the initial bonding takes place. Tapered sockets can result in the pipe backing out of the joint if not held under constant pressure. A bead of cement should be present around the end of the fitting. Some additional points to note. Whilst we have demonstrated using PVC pressure piping, these installation techniques can be applied whether you're installing DWV, stormwater, Schedule 80 PVC, CPVC or other solvent cement joints. Some adjustments will need to be made to the procedures and the tools you use according to the size of the pipework, but the same principles apply. Similarly, your working environment should be considered. For example, in hot weather, your primer and cement will tend to dry quickly. Conversely, in colder weather, it will take longer to set and cure. For further information, reach out to our team. We're here to help. Thank you.